this is Nat, and we're off our couch in Northeast Florida, St. Augustine, Florida, the ancient city. We're outside the historic downtown district visiting the Classic Car Museum of St. Augustine. The Classic Car Museum of St. Augustine provides numerous automotive-related functions like car shows, cruise-ins, an event hall available for rental, classic car storage, a nonprofit where classic cars can be donated, and the museum, which proudly displays cars from the 1800s to modern-day sports cars. In the museum, that is what we are here for, to check out the car selection as well as the entire museum. First things first though, let's talk admission. As of this video recording, admission fee is $15 per person. Kids under 12 are free. And there is ample parking and free parking since we are outside the historic downtown district. The atmosphere of the Classic Car Museum is set before we even enter the museum. Oldies are being played on the outside. The theming is already present on the outside. In fact, before you park, you'll probably want to pull up to these gas pumps and take advantage of these gas prices. 29 cents per gallon. I remember when gas was 99 cents per gallon, and then it went to $1.89, $1.99, and I was like, wow, what is going on? And then, as you all know, it's been going higher and higher, and I don't even comment on the price of gas anymore. Okay, so we are in the lobby now, the gift shop, and a little bit of the museum too. This is the oldest car in the museum, an 1895 Roche Snyder Roadster, entirely handmade. I'm impressed 200 of these cars were made. That seems like a lot to do by hand. It is believed now there could be only a few of these cars left. Also in the lobby is a Ford Model T depot. And this informational signage and car will definitely take you back in history, because this car was designed by Henry Ford to solve a specific problem. When people traveled some time ago, before airlines, before cars were suitable for long distance driving, they traveled by train. And once they arrived to their destination by train, there wasn't Uber or even rental cars, and taxis only existed in the largest cities. So hotels sent depot hacks like this one in station wagons to pick up guests and their luggage. Now that is incredibly interesting, and two early cars to highlight. Now as we move through the actual museum, I'll highlight some other cars. You all highlight along with me, please. Cars you like, cars you own or once owned, cars you want to own, cars that look familiar to you. There are a lot of categories we can divvy these cars into, because as you can see, this is an impressive collection. And as you probably already noticed in the lobby, the ambience, the theming, everything that we experience on the outside is still happening on the inside of the museum. Classic songs from the 60s are playing, and newscasts from that time period is playing also. So by sight and by sound, you're back in the past. These informational signs will take you back to, these are observations and information from the owner of the car museum, the owner of all or most of the cars here that we see, I believe. This car is talking about the Trans Am, the iconic car of the movie Smokey and the Bandit. London and I are thinking, going back and forth, trying to figure out, when did Smokey and the Bandit come out? It was 1977, so we both were wrong. We're not old enough to have seen it in the theater in 1977, but London definitely remembers watching it as a kid on TV, and I have heard of the movie before. Speaking of movies, a lot of these cars give off movie vibes. This one really makes me think of Dick Tracy, but there are some actual movie cars in the museum. This car is from the movie The Untouchables, the American crime film featuring Kevin Costner and Robert De Niro. I love the color and style of this car. It is a 1930 Lincoln Roadster too, by the way. And this car is from the movie Selma, based on the 1965 Selma, Alabama to Montgomery, Alabama marches for voting rights, the crusade involving Martin Luther King and other activists to secure equal voting rights. This is a 1952 Pontiac Chieftain Deluxe. I love the color on this one too. Be sure to highlight your favorites also. Anything that jumps out at you, tell us in the comments, please, and thank you in advance. Some of these cars may not be in movies, but we know them still. We know their likeness, at least, from famous movies and TV shows. And some cars are familiar because they have lasting pop culture references, like the pink Cadillac. which has become associated with Elvis Presley. We'll continue to walk around and look for more cars to highlight. There are cars on sale too. For those of you in the market for a classic car. For those of you with the big bucks, yes, you. This is a 1965 Shelby Cobra valued at $1 million. Wow. I'm sorry, that's $1 million+ There's such a tremendous variety in the museum. There's sure to be a few cars that will catch your eye and make you stop and look. I'm really fascinated by the older cars because, they're so open to the elements. These must have been fair weather cars, I'm assuming, with no windows, no protection from rain, cold, sleet, or the heat. But I guess it's still better than walking or riding a horse or a bicycle. If I did start my own classic car collection, I think I start with one of these and ride around my neighborhood and just watch everyone's facial expressions. My son likes this too. He wants to take it on as a project, try to modernize it. Probably add some Wi-Fi, I imagine, or a good speaker system. Young people stuff. And this is really cool. I wonder if this is the original sticker. Like the gas prices, looking at these prices back then and then comparing them to now is, whoa, it's hard to wrap your mind around it all. It's been so much fun going back with all of you to these bygone eras to see these beautiful classic cars. It's been wonderful having you all off the couch also to view these beautiful modern cars along with us. As I stated before, tell us your favorite, please. It's not too late. Or the one that caught your eye. If you were starting your own personal car collection today, what would be your top pick in the museum? Which car would you start with first in this museum? Or maybe even outside the museum. Let us know. And if you have yet to subscribe please. Because if you are new to our channel, each and every Saturday we are off our couch for a new adventure. And our next adventure takes us to Palm Coast, Florida, Flagler County, to walk around like royalty, but for free. We're visiting Princess Place Preserve, where we'll take a curious look back on the history and owners of this land while appreciating the natural beauty of the land too, of course. Join us please next week for that adventure. Join us also please for our monthly newsletter. If you don't know already, each month we deliver travel tips, more travel inspiration, information aimed to help you, our fellow travelers, when you're off the couch traveling and exploring. The sign up link is in the description and on our website at offourcouch.com. As we always end our weekly adventures, we have to say thank you for joining us off the couch here in St. Augustine, Florida at the Classic Car Museum. Thank you for all of the likes, shares, comments, and feedback. All of you join us off the couch for these adventures is what makes it all possible. Until next week, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.